And now, as you're here, isn't it fascinating to consider, just for a moment, how the body holds more wisdom than we often notice? It's as though, without saying a word, your body whispers truths. And you've always known this, haven't you? Maybe not consciously, but somewhere deep down, in a place that listens beyond the noise. Because you see, the body thinks, it connects, it remembers, it decodes. And all it asks, all it ever asks, is that you tune in. Because when you listen to your body, truly listen, you begin to unlock a new conversation. A conversation between your conscious mind and the somatic world. Erickson said, the mind is the rider, but the body is the horse. Imagine for a moment, if the horse decides to turn left, it turns. If it decides to gallop forward, you feel the power of its motion. And you realize now, the body, it always knows its way home, doesn't it? So, what if you let go of pulling the reins so tightly? What if instead you allowed the horse to guide you? Trust its innate wisdom, because your body, it knows things your mind hasn't even begun to understand yet. And it's here, in this partnership between the rider and the horse, that the field emerges. The field, it's not just your thoughts, not just your sensations, it's the space between. It's the whisper of intuition, the pulse of connection, the dance of possibility that flows when your cognitive mind and your somatic awareness work as one. You've felt it before, haven't you? That moment when you're speaking with someone, and a thought, an idea, it emerges that neither of you would have discovered alone. It feels electric, doesn't it? It's the field mind, that invisible thread weaving between you and another, creating something entirely new. It's the heart speaking to the heart. And when your heart connects to the essence of another, something extraordinary happens. It's though the space between you becomes a living, breathing entity of its own. And in this space, in this field, there's wisdom, ancient sacred wisdom, that guides you if you allow it. And as you hear these words, notice how your body speaks to you. It speaks not in words, but in movements, in sensations, in subtle whispers of awareness. And you might even notice right now how your breath flows, that sacred breath, that spirit moving through you. For every breath is a gift, a bridge between your inner world and the world beyond. Think of this, 92% of communication, it's analog, it's tone, it's gesture, it's movement. When you align with this somatic language, you step into a deeper wisdom, a wisdom that doesn't rely on words, but flows through every fibre of your being. You might begin to notice how your body, it carries its own syntax, its own patterns, its own way of expressing truth. Just like words form sentences, your movements, they form meaning. And the magic happens when you bring awareness to this silent conversation. How does your body express readiness, stability, and openness, or perhaps curiosity? As you imagine stepping into the state of readiness, allow yourself to feel what that's like. What movements come naturally? Is it a lift of the head, a shift in posture, a sense of groundedness? Notice how, with each small movement, your body communicates. And when you play with that movement, slowing it down, speeding it up, you begin to discover how to amplify or shift your state with ease. And now let's turn inward, to the core of who you are. Imagine standing in your centre, connected to your essence. Not a resource, but the source. The wellspring from which all possibilities emerge. It's here in the centre that you feel both grounded and free, aligned with your highest potential. And as you stand there, imagine yourself reaching forward into your future. See the version of you that's always wanted to be. The version of you that's filled with pride, joy, and possibility. Let that potential flow into you now, through your movements, your breath, your awareness. And then acknowledge the shadows. Because even in your shadow side, those parts of you you'd rather not see, the gift waiting to be revealed. And as you bring light to those shadows, you integrate them, transforming them into a source of strength and of clarity. And here's the truth. The limitations you thought you had, they're simply boundaries waiting to be updated, clarified and released. The fear you held, it's ready to be heard, healed and transformed. And as you let go of those old patterns, you step into a space of integrity and authenticity. Because when you connect to your core, your essence, you realize you're capable of so much more than you ever imagined. You can stand tall in your truth. You can connect deeply with others. You can create, explore, and express from a place of boundless possibilities. And as you move to the world, remember this: every interaction, every conversation, every moment has the potential to become a ritual of connection. All it takes is your presence to truly see, to hear, to truly be with another human being. That is where the magic lies. So take a breath now and let the wisdom settle in, because this is not just a new way of thinking, it's a new way of being, a way of aligning your mind, body and spirit to create a life with deeper connection, greater clarity and limitless potential. And as you step into this place, notice how your body already knows what to do. It's as though without thinking, you've begun the journey towards your truest self.